What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. We're at Lincoln Memorial and we have cracked out our Lady Death because there's been a change to the Lady Death that has gone under the radar a little bit with all the other things that has been going on with the game. Let's quickly flip to the patch notes and you can see here that the Breathe Free talent is exactly the same as what it was, apart from rather than it be a max stack of 32 stacks, it's now equal to the weapons magazine size. Now that's no coincidence because the weapons magazine size is actually 32 stacks. But what you can see here is I have put together a build and I've got 49 in there now. So we're just going to check it out at Lincoln Memorial, and there's a really big caveat to this in that there's only a couple of ways that you can extend your magazine size. There's Brazos, for instance, and there's also True Patriot. Now, True Patriot, as good as that is, very situational, it's been left in the dark a little bit. It's not had any kind of updates or anything like that. But if we go back to these patch notes and we check out, if we can find them real quick, there has been some changes to Brazos. And if we find that in here... not there, it must be in this one. There it is. It's now got a 50% magazine size increase rather than 20, and that's really going to be the one that we want to go for. But this brings its own issues already in that it's a 3-piece bonus, and we really don't want skill haste and we really don't want any kind of skill tier. So you can probably guess what I've done to get there, but we'll go over that in just a minute. So let's just have a quick run in. We're at max stacks. Somebody is messaging me on Discord as well, so hopefully that made all you lot check your Discords in the side, so I'll quickly just cap that. There we go. Right, so let's get going. I've already restarted this video 3 times, so I'm not restarting it again. So let's just kind of see what kind of damage numbers that we see. What it kind of looks like. The Lady Death's a really good gun there. It's used a bit more in PvP, I think, than what it is PvE.
That's a good spot for a turret.
It's put in the work, but it's not quite seeing the heights. You know, these damage numbers, they're 300-500. I'm instantly noticing a lower damage threshold, and that's me that runs, you know, I'm all red build. I'm a big advocate for all red builds, especially in the game today. And we'll kind of just do this next section and see how it kind of plays out. But I think the problem's going to be that, you know, I think you can already tell that extending the mag size, we're dropping so much damage from what is, you know, a pretty good gun. You know, it's not an Ouroboros, it's not a chatterbox, but it does have its uses. I mean, it's doing the work, right? But I am having to concentrate on what I'm doing a little bit more. Try and keep moving so that I get some, you know, bonus damage, because that's what this is all about. But I think this is essentially going to stay as, you know, as that PvP bursty gun. I really don't think it's sliding into your PvE kind of top tier with the change that it's had. It's kind of just been kept. I don't know if it was a good idea in principle, and they're trying to get us to use the sets a little bit more, but they're not changing the sets around and just increasing and decreasing bonuses. It's kind of not working, I think, as they were kind of hoping. There's not really any combinations that have taken us away from what we would already use. And, you know, the health bonuses that we get from some of these gear is a little, as of right now, it's not really problematic because I don't think people have kind of clicked on what's been changed and what's not done. But I have got a build coming at some point that you will all see that is so good. It's so good. I've not seen anybody do it yet, so I've got to get the pieces. It's proving a little bit difficult to farm, so be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe for that content. Right, so I'm just going to show you this build here and now because, like I said, this is nothing to write home about. I don't think this change is spectacular by any means. So the problem you're going to see here, I already drop in some damage because my Lady Death, I made a right mess of it in the last video. I did a guide on how to use the new tinkering station and reroll exotics and not lose them and things like that. And I lost my damage to armor here, and it's got swap speed, so there is some down damage there as well. But I did do some testing in the range just before I did this video, and there was about 100k difference in my max numbers. I was seeing 600ks, and in this video you were seeing 500ks, so there wasn't a huge amount. I would love this to have been damage target recover for this video, but it's not. You can see that the talent reads correctly, so that's all good, and we got the mag size up to 48. Meaning that, you know, they could stack this up to 48, but we dropped an insane amount of damage in trying to get here. And that's literally, as you can see here, we had to run the Ninja Bite backpack, and although it's nice that it's a triple, there's no talent here. It just obviously unlocks the 4-piece bonus for strikers, and then the 3-piece bonus for bonus for strikers. I'm gonna get some stick in the comments for that. So we've got weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. And then on the gloves, weapon damage, crit damage. And on the knees, weapon damage, critical hit damage. And then here you can see with the Brazos, we still get the weapon damage here because obviously we can't have it here, which that's kind of okay. But I did lose one weapon core here because I haven't got a core attribute of red. So there is kind of 15% more weapon damage that could be built into this, but it's still not going to be topping, you know, your Ouroboroses, your chatterboxes and things like that. And I really don't feel like the versatility of how quickly you lose the stacks and things like that make it kind of a PvE go-to. So, you know, I'm not really going to run any numbers on this. I really don't think it's kind of worth it. We've dropped so much damage in trying to extend this mag. The extra damage from these bullets just isn't making it up. So I went for Obliterate though here, and obviously you can see we get the 3-piece bonus, the first two doing nothing for damage, and that is the problem inherently, that we've dropped so much to just unlock that, just to make that mag bigger, that it's just not been worth it. I mean, anything else would be better. Just going to interrupt you there, Tickle, because you didn't show the stat page, so there you go, you can see the stat page now. 59.5 critical hit chance and 110 critical hit damage, 70% headshot damage. And the reason you're wondering why that's all a bit weird is because obviously I'm missing some crit chance here. So what I would be able to do though is obviously once this is maximized, I would be able to drop one crit chance mod, which I probably got here on my chest piece. Yeah. And I would be able to fire that in to critical hit damage. So to give you a true reflection of what kind of numbers, nope. You should see, there we go. You should then get up to around 122% critical hit damage, and you'll be very close to critical hit chance cap. I think in fact you'll be 59%. And for instance, when I say anything else, I'm just going to go to my Oreo strikers. This is inherently better by far. There is no reason not to just run this than there is, we could just flip to this. We could just do that, and that would be better. Like, there is literally no reason to try and unlock that mag size and make that mag size better. Maybe in a PvP scenario, maybe if you want to run True Patriot, I'm not saying that it's definitely a no-go. I did absolutely fine with it. Running heroic content, was not a problem. You could put Hunter's Fury on with this and, go down the same kind of route instead of Strikers, and it'll perform absolutely fine for heroic content. But I just don't see extending the mag to be absolutely anything special, and I've ruined my Lady Death in trying to do so. So I best go and farm some exotic components. Thank you for watching, agents. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Check out my Discord server. You'll find a link in the description. It's a lot of fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.